Hello, everyone. My name is Nasir, and my topic today is going to be the home buyer assistance in Toronto. As time has progressed, there has been a lot of changes in the housing market along with its volatility. There are several factors that can influence a new home buyer decision when viewing homes or choosing locations to settle in. Also, there has been an increase in the need for safety and quality of life in the city of Toronto. Its awareness is important as it can be such a life changing decision for anyone looking for a new home. Whether people would like to settle into a new home temporarily or permanently, affordability links to the neighborhood security or quality of life. The topic at hand will analyze and identify the City of Toronto and in return seek suitable areas for new homebuyers. This research will work as an essential tool when purchasing a new home, as it can help guide them to their liking and based off of their needs or guarantees. Likewise, these needs can be overall safety of the neighborhood, access to schools, parks or trails nearby, or simply just a grocery store. Moreover, affordability, especially in the city of Toronto, has drastically changed. Prices of homes have skyrocketed within the last 10 years, making it harder for the first time home buyers to settle in. Also, factors such as crime rate, COVID 19, and access to parks and businesses nearby all correlate to each other in a negative approach when viewing the cost of housing. With the help of spatial analysis, these new home buyers will be able to purchase their new home with comfort. This topic will help those who have entered the market looking for homes and decide what factors fit within their interests. So, to continue, what will this solve? And what is the purpose of this project? The purpose of this project is to analyze the City of Toronto and identify suitable areas for those looking for new homes, based on key variables such as security, access to amenities, and affordability to ensure that they are happy with their purchase, and in return, this will also raise the quality of life within the City of Toronto. Here are some of the questions that I was thinking of as I was researching this topic. To start off, the first one is, where are the most suitable areas for new homeowners in the City of Toronto? So this is a very broad question, but it really relies on many factors such as the affordability of the house, where it's located, why it's most suitable compared to houses that are not suitable. So this was a very, very important question. It also relates to number two, which is, why are these areas more suitable in comparison to other parts of Toronto? So what makes these houses more suitable for new homeowners? Why would someone want to live in a certain location versus a whole different intersection? The third question is affordability impacted by the location of homes? So this is also another factor. It is clear that the lower the price of the house is, the more likely it has of less features such as security, neighborhood safety, or even high crime rates. The fourth question is the quality of life impacted in a negative or positive manner based on homeowner's location? So again, quality of life can mean many things. It can relate to a simple trip to the grocery store. If you're not satisfied with what you're seeing, the demographics around you are just not correlating to your needs, then this could create a lot of issues and roadblocks for the new homeowners that don't want to live there. And the fifth question is, what factors allow for a home to be suitable for a new home buyer? So what factors would correlate directly to make a new home buyer satisfied? This is very important as this helped me build my deliverables and my key variables that I will be researching and collecting data for. And that will be discussed in the next slide. So now we are on to methods. Over here I'll be discussing my flowchart. The flowchart here illustrates how I've converted the data to be displayed in my open source software, along with the step-by-step processes used to conduct my research. The blue boxes represent the input feature classes. The yellow rectangles show the analysis and spatial analysis tools. The green boxes show the output feature classes generated from executing the tools, and the red rectangles show the code from each tool and the code created to show the map document. The data required for this project was available on the internet for a majority of my variables that were required. The main website that I used to collect the data was on open.toronto.ca/dataset. This is where I was able to gather most of my information and helped gather a lot of data that was required for this project. This website also allowed me to gather information such as public schools, high-rise buildings, crime rates, hotspots like points of interest, also like main businesses as well. Also, I used the website statcan.gc.ca to collect the boundary limit of the city of Toronto. This helped me visualize my map and help create a buffer as well. I believe this data is sufficient enough in providing the proper research and will help visualize my home buyer assistance map. So this part is methods continued. So the layers that I will be comparing will be crime rates, public schools, businesses, TTC subway / routes, and parks. Also, this map will consist of 5 intervals that would be sorted by natural breaks. The reason for choosing natural breaks is to help give a better visualization of the map data, and it identifies the real classes within the data. It will use the GCS_WGS 1984 geographic coordinate system to help create the proper projection. With the help of the buffer tool, polygon, and point features, and with the help of RStudio, it will help load local variables, input the feature classes, and convert polygon to raster. At the same time, I'll be reclassifying, setting a data frame, and creating feature layers, and finally adding feature layers to the data frame to create the proper map, which will be discussed in the next slide. So now we're on to results. Right here I'll be discussing the map that I've created below. This gives an idea to new home buyers and where they're able to move with comfort and ease. In addition, the map is also labeled in 3 different colors. As you can see, there's red, yellow, and green. These colors can help differentiate the locations in the city of Toronto. Green is represented as the most ideal place to live based on several different factors. With the reclassifying of crime rates, this map illustrates the neighborhoods that may be lacking proper security. These crime rates are also associated to factors such as robberies, car break-ins, and vandalism. So also you can see, yellows where it's okay, where you would want to live based off of the mediocre crime rates, and red is where you can see the highest amount of crime rates and considered a danger zone. So that is where you will see lots of break-ins, lots of robberies, and it's not the most ideal place for neighborhood security. Now, along with the status of my research, there's been a lot completed on this project in regard to the quality of life that people experience in the city of Toronto, the crime rates that are steadily rising, and the construction of new neighborhoods has only allowed for such a wild increase in pricing. Data collection has been one of the biggest time factors, as information must be up to date and relevant for today's day. Overall, not much has changed since writing the proposal other than the utilization of RStudio for data processing and programming. Overall, the status so far is really well done. Now on to the roadblocks and questions. When completing this project, I had 2 main roadblocks. The first roadblock was using Citrix Viewer for RStudio, as it is very difficult as I'm a Mac user, so I don't have the luxury of downloading it to the desktop, so I face lots and lots of lag in RStudio when running a code. Also, it had lots of errors adding data or even finding data for my research. Some questions that I asked myself during this project were, how often will the data need to be updated? Will this be easily accessible to the public? Will this create an impact on the home building system? And is this helpful? All these questions come hand in hand to correlate to each other and really give a bigger picture onto what the project I'm doing and how this research will benefit any kind of real estate program or any kind of system in the future. Overall, my expected results will allow for a better understanding of the housing market within the city of Toronto. I believe this research will help new home buyers to use a different tool when purchasing homes rather than being sold by their real estate agent. I believe it is important for people to know where they are moving with something as simple as a map. I believe with the use of GIS tools, I will be able to successfully demonstrate an efficient way for people to view homes and other factors based on crime rates, quality of life, while also being able to look at what surrounds the home, such as parks and schools, all together into one database. The final outcome I expect is to introduce a new way of looking at the real estate space and simplifying all important factors when moving into a new home and making it accessible to the public. Thank you for listening to my project and my presentation. If you have any questions, please write them below. I'll be more than happy to answer them.